teenage pregnancy is rampant and a huge problem of our country way before and up until today that our government is battling and looking for solutions for an extensive time. Today, our speaker will enlighten and educate us, especially our teenager audiences. And she will highlight the effects of teenage pregnancy on what are the consequences when indulging this activity. Let us lend our ears and open our minds and hearts as I will give the floor to Miss Edelmay Presbitero. A round of applause, please.
To my beloved visitors, administrators, VIPs, parents, teenagers, and to all audiences, good day. The numbers of teenage pregnancies in today's generation is quite alarming. Teenage pregnancy is a situation in which young females between the ages of 14 to 17 become pregnant. However, others is 12 years old. Teenage pregnancy is quite common in the Philippines, and it arises when COVID pandemic happened. According to the United Nations Population Fund or the UNFPA, some of the Filipino teenagers who acknowledge to having had premarital sex are already with someone or what we call live-in partner. Their motive for living together, according to someone I know, is to provide their child with a full family, despite the fact that they are not ready for it. Many youngsters who have become pregnant wish they hadn't. Abortion is frequently among adolescent pregnant women, despite the fact that it is against the law and against by God. They consider abortion because they are either unprepared to be parents or do not want their parents to know. The majority of adolescent pregnant women engage in premarital intercourse without even considering the ramification of their actions. Think before you act. As the saying goes, teenagers' knowledge of sex is based on what they learn from the media, magazines, TV shows, the internet, and even movies in their Android phones are frequently used. They want to experience due to curiosity or lack of attention and a sense of not being loved by their parents. They seek love and support from others, particularly their opposite sex. My dear teenager, take note of this. Teenage pregnancy has a lot of consequences, such as dropping from school to avoid shame and criticism of others. But this was applied face-to-face setup, and now, modular learning, it takes advantage. But in some point, it's not advisable to do so. Also, delaying 1 year from your batch, since you have to wait 9 months for your baby to come out from your womb. There are also a lot of teenage pregnant women who died. Not all, but some, due to lack of proper medical attention. Babies also has a greater risk being premature, most likely due to socio-economic system of the mother. Basically, it is difficult for a single teenage mom to sustain her baby's needs because she don't have proper education qualification to have a stable job and salary. The numbers of teenage pregnancy is becoming high, and before it will get worse than now, you need to cut it off. It should always start with the parents. Parents should educate their child in order for these to work. Parents should put a strong relationship towards their children so that the parents can have more influence in their child about sex education. In fact, it is their responsibility to remind every day as possible of what are the consequences if they will engage sexual intercourse. To all parents out there, all I want to say is that it is better to be straight to the point than having regrets at the end. And so, as a teenagers, you should also be aware of what teenage pregnancy can bring and how will it change your life. I just want to remind you that teenage pregnancy will ruin your future. So, instead of thinking those kind of things, why not live your teenage years happily with your friends, siblings, and parents in order for you to achieve something that you wanted to become? As what you've said way back kindergarten or grade 1, you want to become a doctor for you to help and serve the community. While others said, I want to become a teacher in order to impart and educate young people. And so many courses to mention. Have you remembered that one? Now, you are already teenagers. So, continue what you are dreaming for. Don't rush for pregnancy because this thing can wait. As what they've said, there is a perfect time for that. Unlike when you rush it, you will only regret doing it. That's all. Thank you.